Hey guys, what's up? We are in my garden, and as you can see, there has been some new addition to this garden, and I kind of want to take you guys on a little tour and show you an update on my flowers, especially the ones that I started pre-sprouting back in February, March. But first, I want to show you guys this. Hold on, let me put down this camera. Alright, so I was at the watering can a couple of days ago, and I purchased something that I feel like was such an impulse buy, but it's just so cute. I just could not have it. Look at him. How cute! I'm not sure where I'm gonna put this little guy. I think I kind of want him by my new rose arch, but yeah, I don't know. But in any case, I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit closer and just kind of like do a walkthrough and show you guys everything that has kind of grown, hasn't grown, and new purchase for my my garden. I don't really know what kind of vibes I'm going for anymore. I thought I was going for a Bridgerton theme, but now it's just kind of like more whimsical. So yeah, come on. I think it looks okay over here. Yeah. Anyways, this is a new addition. I planted 2 David Austin roses and some lavender. I can't remember what the names of the David Austin are, but I did leave a tag here, if I can find it. I can read it to you. I got James Galloway. Sorry, I'm showing you guys absolutely nothing. But in any case, this one is super bushy. Can't wait for it to grow. I do see a bud over here. And over here, I need to give it a name. There's a bud growing over here too. Now, back here, my pride and joy. So this is another David Austin rose bush, and I wanted to climb up this. I did have to do a little bit of maneuvering, and quite honestly, I didn't think this was gonna make it over the winter, but it did. So I'm very happy for that, because I would have been really sad if it had died. I did have to cut back a few branches, as you can see, but otherwise it put off a lot of growth and it's surviving, so I'm happy for that. And what else is new? These guys, oh, a better view is over here. These guys are some forget-me-nots, and this is a new addition as well. Oh, you can't see them anymore, but they had like these little bells on them. It was so cute. And a little mushroom, that's new. And my hydrangeas are coming in real hot. Now, some didn't survive, so that's why there's a gap here, and there's a gap over here as well. You can see right here. I don't know what's going on. This winter, I guess, was really rough, but also I snipped it back too far, and the last frost did not occur yet. So I think that's the reason why there's like a stunted growth right here. But these guys over here are doing just fine, so I don't know. Maybe it was because these ones that I had planted were from a different store, so maybe that's the reason why. Oh, but while I'm here, I can show you these 2. So these are my dahlias. They have been planted up. They're doing great. They're thriving. I feel like I want to take this one out and plant it somewhere else so that it's actually in the ground. But you know, it's this whole thing about you have to like dig it out once it's like done its bloom, and then store it and all that stuff. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do, but I figured at least if I have it in the pot, it'll be easy for me to dig out, or just like take it out and store it somewhere else. I don't know if I can do that, but we'll see. And these guys, these are my cut flowers that I had pre-sprouted, and they're surviving. I don't know what they're gonna look like. I can't remember what they're supposed to look like. I don't remember which type of flower it is, but it's growing. It's doing its thing. There's some more forget-me-nots. Another hydrangea that's not doing so great, but it's still alive, so I'm gonna leave it alone. And more over here. This, I think it's a coneflower. I didn't realize it's gonna get so big. Like, I feel like it's outgrowing my hydrangea back there. I don't know if that's gonna be a problem later. Oh, and these guys right here, this is actually gonna be planted up at the front of my house. So it looks kind of crazy. I saw a sale at Terra. I was like, let me go after work. And I went after work and I spent $300. But to be fair, everything was on sale, so girl math, I kind of did okay. Because if it was regular price, I'm pretty sure I would have spent about like $500–600, because we have 2 David Austin roses. Which variety is this? Let me see. This is the Lady Gardener. This is how it's supposed to look. It looks so pretty. It's gonna look so nice at the front of the house, and they are all starting to bloom. So we have lots of blooms going on. Over here, these are 25% off. These are speedwells, right? Yeah, these are speedwells. These are 25% off. They look a little bit wonky, but you know, it gives it some character. This one I've never seen before in anyone's garden, so I was like, let me have it in mine, because it's gonna be very whimsical, and it smells really, really good actually. These are the white profusion salvia. Anyways, these two, they look so cute together, and they can handle not being watered too much. I don't know if my David Austin roses are going to be able to handle not being watered too much, because I feel like I tend to my backyard garden way more than I do to my front garden, but we'll see. And over here we have some phlox. These were discounted to $5 from $19. So these were originally $20, discounted to $5 because, well, I mean, look at them. But they're still healthy and trying to, you know, survive. They just got a little bit crispy. So what I'm probably gonna do is when I plant these in the ground, I'm gonna give it a snip. So that way the plant focuses on putting off new roots as opposed to putting off blooms, because these blooms are done. So I'm just gonna wait for it to get crispy, give it a cut, and give it nice, give it some water. And I got loads of lavender. Loads of lavender. I wish you can smell this because it smells so good. My peony, actually, this was a pleasant surprise. I was not expecting it to grow at all. I actually had no idea that it was planted right here, that I had moved the tuber, but here she is. More hydrangeas in the back, and back here, let's see if I can get real close for you. That is another dahlia. So on this side, it's looking pretty good. My friend, she gifted me this sand cherry, and I wish I had taken a photo for you guys, but it did put off some blooms and it looked so cute. I'm so sorry, you guys. I was just busy trying to just enjoy my garden. I totally forgot to film and take photos for you. This, because my cut flowers looked kind of pathetic, I decided to throw some seeds in here, and we have a sprout. So we'll see if something grows. Another peony that I had no idea that it even existed, but she's here. She's trying to grow and thrive, so maybe next year we'll have some blooms. Now this brought me so much joy. So here she is. Here's a trailing hydrangea with a very nice bloom. Now what's very unique about this plant is that at every point where there's a growth for the leaves, a bloom will occur. So I was like, that is so cute. I don't have anything like that. I don't really have a lot of trailing plants. I have a lot of climbing plants and a lot of bushes, but not a trailing plant. One, because I feel like it's a lot of work in the end, because you kind of have to like trim them back and figure out what you're going to do with it, and you're going to have it elevated, because trailing plants like to trail, and if you don't have it on some sort of like pedestal or something, it's not going to look as cute. So I went ahead and purchased these terracotta pots from HomeSense, and they just look so cute. And just imagine the pink hydrangea just like, you know, trailing down. And if you come up a little bit closer, you can kind of see like right here, right there, there's a growth point where a new leaf is going to occur, but also another bloom will occur as well. So she's so cute, and it brought me so much joy. So I was like, I had to get them both, and I'm pretty sure these guys may turn white next year, because I think with hydrangeas, in order to get like purple or pink blooms, your soil needs to either be acidic or alkaline. I don't remember, but that sounds like a next year problem, not a this year problem. This year I just want it to grow as much as it can. Also, my understanding with these with this particular plant is that in the winter, I do need to move them indoors. So if you get yourself a trailing hydrangea, you're gonna want to pot them up in something like this, or you can pot them up in something like this for the spring and the summer, but then once the flowers die down, you're gonna want to plant them in the ground to keep them warm, and then in the spring just dig them back up and put them in a pot. I am not going to do that. That's very labor intensive, and I also do not have the space for it. So what I'm going to do is in the like fall, winter, I'm going to let it do its thing, and then I'm going to just move them into my garage. And you don't need to be concerned about, you know, giving it light or anything like that. You just need to make sure that the soil is moist, I guess, and not too dry, and it should rebloom in the spring. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, I don't know. I hope that, you know, I have success next year. But for now, I'm gonna just enjoy my blooms for now. And also, I don't know if you can see this, but we have some blooms. I don't know, these things just make me so happy. What else do I have over here? Oh, so this bush, I cannot remember the name, but it bloomed and then it made a mess. But this smells so good. I'll just insert the name somewhere for you. And over here is my row of delphiniums, and you can see that they're starting to put off their little blooms, so I'm gonna have some nice ones. And oh, okay, so my goal was to put 2 David Austin roses here and have them grow up on the side of this garage, but because it's looking kind of bare, I decided to grow some sweet peas. I'm gonna insert a video for you so you can see how they grew in the pot. So you can see the toilet paper rolls came in very handy, and it rooted very well, and now we have something that looks like this. So I'm gonna just eventually wrap these little vines around this trellis so that, you know, it can fill this little area, because this rose bush is probably not going to do too much. I don't anticipate it to fill this area for like another 2 years or so. So in the meantime, we'll have some sweet peas. And oh, over here we have another rose, but this is a rose tree, and you can see it started to put off some blooms. She's so cute. And lastly, the last thing that I had tried to grow in February, March were ranunculus. I have never been successful with growing ranunculus, but this is what I got. Which, you know what, kind of annoyed me a little bit, because I'm pretty sure the ranunculus bulbs that I had purchased were supposed to be white, and this is not white. This is clearly red. So So I'm wondering if perhaps the soil that I had used was acidic or too alkaline. Whichever the case, it didn't give me white. It gave me red. And this doesn't even look like, oh, this doesn't even look like a ranunculus. Like, what the heck? Does anybody know? If anybody knows, please leave a comment down below so I can learn something new. And behind me is a wisteria. So I had planted this wisteria last year and it was fairly bushy, but you can see that it started to grow up this trellis, and I'm gonna have to do something about this situation. My plan this weekend is to actually put down a wire and hang these vines over it so that it can, you know, go all the way across this this fence. But the most exciting thing is I have one bloom. I have one bloom, guys. So even though it's just one bloom, I'm pretty excited about it because that means things are growing and my plants are kind of happy right now. So that's what's going on in my garden, and quite frankly, I'm very pleasantly surprised with all the new growth that's been going on because, I don't know, in the winter, I most definitely should have put a burlap on my David Austin rose over there, and the fact that she's just growing and thriving, I'm impressed. But yeah, this is only the first week of June. I think in the next couple of weeks or maybe next month and a half, if there's any more growth, I will just do another update. See you guys in the next video. Bye.